Oh, shoot. Damn it. Always, this has to happen. Although this is actually really humorous too. But give me a second, guys. I gotta change some stuff here. Visually, audibly, you should hear me just fine. But, you know what? You know what I should do? I should just say, like, you know what? Forget Streamlabs OBS. It's not worth it. But hey, here we go. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Justin, and you're listening and now watching 263rd DangIT Prodcast live. If you're actually watching this right now, sorry, let me pronounce that a little bit, enunciate that. If you're watching this right now, you'll notice the little guy right there in the corner. And he's glowing all different spectrums of color. And what I mean by all, I just mean like maybe like 5, and then he just resets himself. Yeah. What do they call this? It's just it's a cat touch light. Got this from Dave and Buster's, and it's just to spruce up the room whenever we do recordings. So, don't mind that. Goddamn Cam Link is really just fucking up right now. It's really pissing me off. And apologies if I just sound like I'm just not having the greatest time in the world. I've been just kind of been sorting through a lot of things. And I will go ahead and divulge into that because that's kind of like my main topic. As for anyone else who might be joining me later today, we'll see. I know that Gabe was supposed to help me out a little bit, but he's not here. So we have to work on this ourselves. So how's everyone doing in the chat? I want to give shouts to Leah for joining me. And I kind of have to wonder where everyone else is. Here's the thing, is that something I need to kind of understand about what's been going on. I'm also watching the viewfinder right here. I'm gonna turn on the light here, or not the light, the fan, excuse me, because it's actually pretty warm right now. But yeah, so it's kind of one of my main topics here, but just like me kind of going through a lot of things right now. So I may look like I have it together, but I kind of don't. Well, at least I barely have it together, and that's kind of been the summary of how I am at work. But that's not really talking about work. I just want to talk about personal stuff. So, but not like too personal, like, you know, like I don't even know how to have an example for that one, but let me just kind of like layer it out and just kind of give you like what my general thoughts are right now. So, I've noticed this, and it's all because of YouTube, because I really want to continue making these videos on YouTube as I am doing these live streams. But you may have noticed that last week, if anyone has really picked up on this, not a lot of stuff has been posted as far as YouTube stuff. And the reason for that is because, well, I find myself in a weird situation where a lot of our guys that we would film with, actually, I'm going to share this double mic since this one's on as well. Double the mic. It's like I'm in a press conference right now. There we go. This is dumb. All I need is like 4 other mics. I can get 2 other ones, but that'd be a little bit excessive anyway. But so yeah, YouTube. The thing about YouTube, the problem is that I'm finding myself a lot of these circumstances where I'm kind of by myself doing these videos. Like last Saturday, and not really much Sunday happened, but last Saturday we did the podcast as usual, like last week. We went out to eat, and pretty much by that time we were just kind of done with the day. Like we had some stuff to film, but I don't know. I don't think we have, or at least I don't have the enthusiasm, like the goal or the mindset to actually do these videos anymore. And it's disheartening. Maybe it's just because like I'm going through like a creative like block, if you will, like a writer's block of sorts, and I'm just trying to get my way back into it. I know that I'm still editing for vlogs, and those have been still fun for me to just kind of edit, so maybe that's where I need to lean towards, is just like much more creative stuff. Not creative, but just like things that kind of matter to me, like my life and friends, animales. No, I know that is just dogs, but that's also a separate topic that I'll may or may not bring into later. Just double checking the viewfinder. Oh my god, it's just like even now, like you notice that like I don't know if you guys even saw this, but when I was starting the stream, I had the viewfinder kind of fixed on just me setting things up, and then I went to the black screen like this. And before then, you may have saw my face in the sense that I didn't shave, and literally just like during the waiting room, I shaved and came back to this. So that's kind of like how prepared I am, like through the day to day. And my goal here is that I'm trying to really try to sort myself out, trying to figure out things I need to be doing each and every day, generally, so that I'm better prepared. Because right now I'm just kind of just hanging out there, just really just spontaneously doing this, doing that, and I don't know, maybe like I've just been off balance. I used to have like a really good balance when I was working with my previous job, and now that I have my new job, it's been a lot of things that I've been thinking about, and I've also been thinking a lot more about me living independently. So that means I'm taking care of a lot more stuff in the house than I usually did, which is actually quite a big statement because I didn't do a lot of things at the house. So it's a transition for me, and I've been just focusing on that, as well as just like going to the gym, working out, staying social, focusing a lot more on social life and everything like that. And it's been nice. I've been enjoying it, but I feel that YouTube has now fallen into like a small little corner where it's the least of my priority. And granted, sure, because it's now a recreational thing, it's no longer been a competitive, I want the channel to become successful type of ordeal. However, having said that, you know, I still have that mindset where I want the channel to become super successful, so I want to put more dedication into making videos for the channel. And the problem is that I need to get past my writer's block here. So the reaction stuff it's fine because, you know, it's a lot of just you watch things and you just make commentary on it, right? I don't know. I mean, like that's a separate topic entirely. But now I find myself when I film these videos just by myself. So how do I one, kind of bring the group back together in a way as much as I can, and two, if I'm by myself, how in the world am I going to make it engaging for people? Or at least, how do you make yourself watching something like just pasted right here, have some kind of opinion on it, and make it seem different from everyone else? And I think at the end of the day, when you talk about something that is shared among other people, all you can do is just be honest and just be enthusiastic about like your opinion, whatever your opinion might be. So I'm going to be working on that. So if you see additional videos from me and only by me, that's kind of it. That's just me kind of working through things. And I think it's also the reason why I'm doing things on my own a lot nowadays is because a lot of the guys are kind of just busy. Gabe said he would be here today, and he's probably really tired, so he might come in late, may not. And Christoph reported not coming back, and you know Anaya. And you know what? I'm starting to think a little bit more like maybe Anaya's got a point. Maybe sometimes you can't just sacrifice all these different things and try to do everything at once, right? Like right now, he hasn't appeared up in any social media. He's literally just kind of like went off radar. And to be fair, he forewarned us saying that he would be dropping out for a good couple weeks. And same with David, like he said that he wouldn't be available for filming for a good couple weeks. But where's the channel falling with all of this? Because now we no longer have like the thumbnails that Anaya provides, and we don't have Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, that Let's Play that we had promised a while back. So everything has been like pushed back because there is a reliance on everyone else, and I kind of want to keep the channel to be pushed forward because that's kind of been my goal for the channel, is just to, you know, build a community and really just get a lot more like emotions and inputted just into discussion generally. So I need to really figure things out like on a solo perspective, I guess. So that's just kind of been like what's been going through my mind, is that I'm trying to sort my life out and integrate YouTube back in instead of being like a side thing, but make it a main priority. I have noticed though that I've been making a lot of more videos on my phone, and this might be because I'm a little bit lazy, but videos like on your cell phone is still very much so accessible, even if you don't have like the most up to date piece of technology when it comes to phones. You'll find that people will still film on their phones, and it at that point, as long as the audio is good, it doesn't really matter how good it looks, in my opinion, because what you see now in like cell phone footage is good enough, especially in broad daylight. So I don't know where that that point kind of came off of, but if anything, I can still film with my phone and do vlogs and whatnot with it. And where's the GoPro? I think GoPro is like inside my bag. That's also a thing. So I'll be doing that, consistently doing the vlogs, and for DangIT Plays, hoping to include Mario Maker 2. That's what I want to do. And I've also been integrating Twitch a lot, just playing actually on my own this time around, just to be part of like just trying to do things solo. Oh, that reminds me, I don't mean like really just slap the table like that, but I guess I should go back to where this all began. But yeah, recently got the badge for Comic-Con. So boom, it's right there. You may have seen it on like social media for me posting it. But this is the badge. So I'll be going there sometime late. Is it next week? No, it's in July. So it's late July. So I don't know how I'm gonna set up like a podcast for that. I might have to do another like aforementioned like pre-recorded like live stream for that, or something of the sorts. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. But it does depend on that. I don't think, unlike Vegas, which was like part of our vlog from last month, yeah, I don't think it's going to be as easy as that. Dude, Vegas was like on top of it when it came to just like upload speeds. It was ridiculous because it was just sitting at like a very like positive like 15 megabits per second, and for uploading speeds, that's actually like, oh, that's actually pretty impressive. So, and considering that you only need like 4 to 8 megabits, I believe. I might be reading that wrong. It's been a while. That's still very much so impressive. So you can just like really sit there and just kind of, you have all the bandwidth in the world still. But hey, what was I gonna say? I was going off of something. Yes. Oh, so Comic-Con, Vegas, related because live stream. So TwitchCon has their tickets now available in September, and it's gonna be in the same place, convention center as San Diego Comic-Con's convention center, which is it's the exact same place. So I've been thinking about that. I've been trying to get into contact with some people. I was hoping to maybe talk to the guys over here, see if they'd be interested. But as you can see, guys are not here. So that's going to be interesting. I tried texting one friend who has been frequently doing Twitch stuff or advocating for Twitch streamers or just the website. And I've been finding that to be very difficult. So I'm going to have to see if I can maybe reach out to other people, but otherwise I'd either be on my own or I just don't do it at all, in which case I kind of wouldn't want to do it on my own. Oh man, when I was doing the room and such for Comic-Con, that was not a fun day. That was not fun at all. But hey, that was just a little update on that side of things. I did want to talk about something, and it was about a certain movie that has been breaking records, but not the top record in the box office, and as Avengers Endgame getting another re-release for next week. Just icing on the cake, just saying like, okay, Avatar, you've had your fun. All right, we could have sworn that we were going to just knock you down a peg, and turns out you're still sitting on top. We need to get rid of you. Dude, I don't even know, like, once Avengers reaches like top box office, like, what is there left? Or at least, what could possibly topple that? Dude, you'd have to... Like, well... I was thinking, like, well... Nah, like, that franchise would not even touch it. I'm talking about Twilight. There's no way Twilight would ever, like, reach those levels. There's no way it's possible. Especially since it's already over. And, man, I guess, I don't even know what I was just saying there. But, man, I think that Harry Potter never even hit those records ever either. So it's like... Yeah, it's just... Well, and now, like, I'm thinking about, like, well, I know that Avengers, at this point, Endgame has really, like, reached, like the second, like... Well, second place behind, like, Avatar. And the fact that they're releasing it again to pretty much just topple, like, Avatar, like, for good, but they also, like, reveal, like, uncut footage and a tribute and then extra stuff, like, post-credits. I think it's pretty much worth it at that point, but at the same time, like, it's... I don't think I've ever heard of that, where, like, you release something just to, Oh, yeah, there's Eyeshadow. Hello, Eyeshadow. I was just talking about sorting my life together and everything like that, and also Avengers as well. So, Avengers getting that re-release, and the fact that it's pretty much doing that so that it could finally reach top box office. But it's also going to include some additional content, which, in my opinion, I hope to see a lot more, like, person-to-person interaction. So, I want to see Captain Marvel kind of integrating herself more so into the team. Instead of just saying, like, let's go get him. Let's go get Thanos. Let's kill him. And then I also wanted to see a little bit more interaction when it came to just the team, like, during the session which they're building the machine. I'm trying to keep this as spoiler-friendly as possible. But... And then at the end, because everyone kind of goes their separate ways, right? And that's just simple, but... I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more that can be unpacked there as well, especially on the side of, like, Tom Holland's character's Peter. So, I mean, like, he's gonna have his movie in July, in the beginning of July even, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that movie. But I'm hoping that there'll be a little bit more of a connection between that, because, well, I mean, I guess there's not really much to be said, because when it's clear as day, especially in the movie, to say that, oh, well, Peter misses Tony, and well, damn, that actually is quite a spoiler. Well, in any case, I want to see more character interaction between everyone else, because, granted, like, there's not really much. I think the way that they edited Endgame originally was just fine, because ultimately it was one goal, and that was to, I guess, in Halo terms, finish the fight. So that, I think that's pretty much it. That's kind of what I'm anticipating. I'm also hoping that, aside from, like, hinting or post credits that kind of, like, push forward and carry over to Spider-Man Far From Home, it would also stem to another possible thing. I don't know what they're going to be doing, but I hope it involves something with Captain America as he is at the end of the movie, if anything. More interaction would be good, says Eyeshadow. Yes, because, I mean, again, it's a 4-hour movie, and they're going to extend it, so it's going to be like 5 hours and stuff like that, 6 hours. I'll be right back, guys. I heard the doorbell ring. You guys are cool. Alright, yeah, don't mind me. Oh, there we go. I was just in the middle of a press conference.
Where are you now?
Yes.
Where are you conferencing?
About Avengers Endgame having a re-release. Yes. Wow, who's this? Gabe's here. What happened?
I don't know. But what's it called? Ran here.
You ran.
Yeah.
I can see that.
If I'm late, I always run here.
Which is literally every week. Either that, you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
Watch. Avengers Endgame's gonna re-release,
Okay.
and I guess if they count it towards the original Endgame profit margin, it's gonna fucking blow Avatar out of the water, and then Avatar's gonna be like, "Hey, we're having a re-release with bonus content," and then just every other year we're gonna fucking have Avengers and Avatar re-release.
No, because I was wondering, like, if it weren't for those two, there's no way anyone would try to topple like Avengers, or at least be able to, because you'd have to end up having to make several like movies beforehand to build up to something like that. I don't even know how in the world, because I wasn't really part of that hype train for like Avatar either, so it's just kind of, it looks nice.
That's what it was. That was the hype train.
Yeah, it just looks nice.
It was the most stunning visual effects of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just go watch it for the what's it called?
Mm-hmm.
For the marvel of it all.
Yeah, Endgame with the re-release. 10 hours.
I'd watch it.
I think I would too. Of course, they need to have intermissions. That's just a mandatory thing, unless like they give you like supplementary like space suits where you just like pee and it's like beep 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 beep.
Okay, fucking what's it called? But I'm ready for it.
How long do you think the extended footage is gonna bring it up to?
Oh, they said it added 7 minutes.
Oh, just 7 minutes?
Yeah.
I was thinking like.
And it's post credits. It's not.
It's just post credits.
Yeah, it's not like anything new to the movie.
Oh damn! Well, I'll still watch it. Mm-hmm. Oh man, and oh okay. I guess that's pretty much it as far as like Endgame stuff. Because I wanted to see a lot more interaction with like the characters, and that was it. Like they could keep everything the same, but like maybe just like a couple more conversations from Captain Marvel to like other people, instead of just before she just left.
Yeah. No, there's not going to be any what's it called. There's going to be no Scott Lang arm wrestling Bruce.
I would like to see that though.
Huh. What if Scott were to grow just big enough to be the same size as the Hulk? Would he be able to arm wrestle him?
He's able to carry like his mass, as seen at the end. So I think he can. But I'm not sure about the exact same size. Maybe make him a little bit larger to compensate for like all that muscle mass. But I don't really know. Like in the sense of an arm wrestling match.
Like how would he compete against him? Like would it be like me versus a bodybuilder, or would it be like me versus someone that's just really muscular version of me?
Me, cooler version of me. Rest in peace,
These are the real questions.
That is really interesting because, well, I mean, like Hulk is just like bulking all throughout, and Scott is relatively fit.
Yeah, he's also the true hero of Endgame.
Yeah, no, the rat is.
Well, the rat did its part,
Sure.
but Scott is the person that kept saying, "Let's do something about it."
It's true. Everyone else was about to give up. I was like, no, I got a plan.
Everyone gave up. They gave up 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the thing that like Scarlett Jo's like character was just about to like just throw in the towel, but it's like, wait, is that someone's sandwich? I'm starving. Oh, but hey, Ram. But yeah, we were just talking about Endgame having the re-release. So, oh, man, I did want to see extended stuff, but I guess if there's post-credit stuff as far as like, instead of just Spider-Man like Far From Home, because we know that's gonna happen. If it leads to something else, I'll be interested for that. And I mean, I'll still watch the movie anyway. But
It's the wedding.
It's the it's the wedding that Tom was talking about.
Yeah. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them that were told that it was a wedding.
That's funny.
I'm pretty sure it was Mark Ruffalo, of course Tom Holland, and I think like two, 3 others. Yeah, they were told it was a wedding.
I thought it was just the boy.
No, there's a few of them because they're like, you're all just the worst. Because before Tom, Mark Ruffalo spoiled a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, he's been. I don't know why. Why is he doing this? But I can only just think about like, stop recording.
Fucking everybody starts recording. No cameras, please. Yeah, sure thing.
No cameras, guys. No cameras.
No cameras. Just no cameras.
No cameras.
No cameras.
It's so dumb.
I'm glad they broke the rules. Else we wouldn't be able to see them in their dumb shenanigans.
Yeah. Not to mention, like, that would be the only occasion for now in which so many people would be like together like that.
Yeah.
The next thing would just be like the entire Fast and Furious franchise. But yeah, like something like that would only then would you possibly have a chance to like reach like top box office, is if you start from the very beginning and just have like all these different like franchises come together. But yeah. Should we talk just briefly about Toy Story? And it's not like a full discussion, but just like,
yeah, we can talk briefly about it.
just briefly about it. I cried like twice.
I teared.
It sucked,
Like,
but in a beautiful way.
like I would have cried if it weren't for the fact that Toy Story 3 almost killed my childhood.
Oh yeah, because like that was intense. I thought that was like the epitome. Like this is it. This is the
It's
emotion.
over.
Yeah. Your heart will be wrung like to and forth, like for the last like 30 minutes of that movie. And here you are with this one where it isn't as long, but it's still impactful because you know what happens and how it affects potentially Toy Story 5 if they even ever want to try to do that.
They better not.
Yeah, right?
The third one had a really solid ending. They could have stopped it there.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, they could have, but it did have an opening for more.
Yeah, because it was just kind of like a reset.
Yeah. With this one, you really shouldn't, because it's for the most part ended. It started one way and it ends in the exact opposite way.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, like, it's the ending of like a collaboration of just characters and everything like that, because between like 2 and 3, that's when like you start saying like, oh, it's just the main core and everyone else is gone.
Yeah.
And oh shoot, low output. Don't worry, Gabe, I actually recorded this time.
He recorded like a smart guy.
Speaking of which, I also need to refresh this. Man, I really need to just like change out of like Streamlabs OBS and just do something else.
Yeah. Another thing you need to do
Yes.
is put a second overlay underneath all of this layout and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and just have a technical difficulty for when it goes black like that. It actually has something to fill the what's it called, the void,
Oh yeah, like
that right there. But
like that, and
put it under everything.
oh,
Let me just break stuff short right quick. Under.
it's locked.
Oh, it is locked. Under. Over. So that
in case of this, it's just
Yeah.
like okay. Mm-hmm.
we'll
We
also have
also-
to make a copy of that to put over in the event of anything going wrong.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but yeah. Earlier, I was just talking about like how I need to sort everything else in my life because of the fact that YouTube has been such a secondary thing for me. Where like this entire like past week has been really nothing except for the podcast.
Uh-huh.
Shoot, I don't even know if I need to upload. That's how like little I've been thinking about like the channel, is that like I don't even know if I had released the previous episode to everyone as far as like a brand new thing. So yeah, I hate that. But it's just like I've been focusing on a lot of things, and oh yeah, something I did mention is that I mean like it's stupid, but I guess I could like start from the very beginning. So I mean like I've talked to my coworkers like a lot about like me dating people, and they've all like brought up the idea of like, hey, why don't you like try to search for someone like in like the workplace? And I was like, well, we just had like this conference on like what was it, sexual assault or abuse in the workplace, and how you should not approach people and make conversation. And I'm thinking to myself like that really just eliminates all possibilities for me to talk to people in that way. Like the don't touch me. The only moment, and I'm not sure if I talked about it before, was that there was someone like in one of the departments, and I knew one of the girls in that department. I talked to her saying like, hey, can you give me some background info on this like person right here? I just don't want to like really start an alarm or anything. And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so they go through the whole process and they just report back to me, and that was it. She wasn't really looking for anyone at that time, or at least she was interested in someone else. So I was able to just leave it at that. But if I didn't have that connection, it would just be really difficult. So here I am, just a couple of days ago, like with one of my coworkers at lunch, and I asked her about like, oh, like you got a boyfriend, right? And she's like, oh yeah.
But he doesn't kiss you.
What? Just honest to goodness, just like happy-go-lucky conversation. Ask a very instant question: do you have a boyfriend? Yeah, I do. It's like, but you don't kiss. But he never kissed you.
Hit or miss.
But I was asking her like, oh, how did you two meet? And she was saying, oh, we actually like met online. And I was like, oh, that actually does happen.
Yeah, it does happen.
It really does happen. So after the conversation, I went to the bathroom, good couple minutes, came back, and I was like, all right, so don't laugh at me. So during that time I was in the bathroom, I downloaded a dating app.
Which one?
It's Hinge.
Ah.
It's that one. So before anyone just like looks into that, or like it's really curious, so far nothing. It's gonna test my patience, so I'll just leave it at that.
I'll match you, Justin.
You look for guys too? I mean, I really appreciate that, Gabe. But that's also another thing that I'm trying to work on, as well as just trying to do things around the house to be a little bit more independent. Also save a lot more, because I just realized that that hotel room in Vegas, it was actually much more in accumulation to the entire month of expenses.
Ah.
But that does remind me. I know that we had talked previously about that Operation Foot. How did that come? Or at least, how's that going? Because I know that a lot of people said that it wouldn't be available during that time. So I just wanted to see what was going on, because like Steve and I were going to the mall, and we saw like one of those like ticket like kiosks about doing that type of thing. So I just wanted to see what was going on with that.
Saving a bit for it. Yeah, much like how you burned through your monthly expenses for Vegas, I burned through my savings with a big date night with Miranda last month in May.
Oh wow! Okay.
Because we had like our Zudo anniversary.
Okay.
And so I did a big thing and kind of siphoned everything I had for it.
Fair enough. Don't touch me!
They should have showed that at your conference or fucking meeting.
No. So it's pretty much like that. Oh man. So I don't know. So right now I'm just doing that a little bit passively as I just go along with everything. But yeah, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, what were those expenses for last month with Mimi?
Oof. Had a big dinner date.
Big dinner.
Saw a movie.
Saw a movie. Okay.
And then we spent 2 nights at the embassy in Ontario.
Oh.
And that was the big expense.
Yeah.
It was like $300 a night.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty much Vegas right there.
Yeah.
But for one. Oh man. You guys have fun?
Yeah, we had fun.
Nice.
That was cool. We watched a shit ton of what's it called? Hilda. Netflix show.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's awesome.
Reminds me of that that locked away anime Evangelion was recently released onto Netflix, and I should definitely.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I should definitely drop in on that.
Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I need to hop on that. There's so many things, Gabe. What can I do?
Oh, meth.
I'll put it on the list.
All right, so this is the first I heard of this.
What's up?
Hinge.
Yes. I just remember hearing it on Spotify as like an advertisement. The motto is that it's designed to be deleted because they want you to match up.
Yeah, that's what a lot of them
do. So, I mean, tried it out. So far, so nothing.
So far, so nothing.
Mm-hmm. Apologies
you
for
like getting caught in the rain, Justin?
No.
Yep, he's holding the coconut.
Yeah, don't mind the interruption in the stream here. It looks like, we're just having bad internet. As usual. That seems to be the local thing.
Will you be part of the 75%, Justin?
Yeah.
That go from date 1 to date 2?
I mean, I hope so. I mean, I'm still trying to work on the first one.
I was going to say, but are you going to be a part of the 1% that makes it to date 1?
Look, right now the goal is just finding a match. The next goal is finding a date. The third one is finding the second date. And so, I mean, I have an idea of like a place like Dave & Buster's because that's been actually fun. Another thing, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Gabe, what are you doing?
I'm really not doing anything right now. I'm messing with settings on my phone.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like you're either Snapchatting me or you're creating a profile for me on Hinge. Like a secondary one. But yeah. Oh, what was really dumb is just that like, okay, so it's an app that's designed to be deleted. So how come we got 3 tiers of payments to get unlimited likes for every single account? So dumb.
Yeah. That's just how it be sometimes, Justin.
Yeah, like right now I'm limited to 10, so far I've just been
you can only
do 10. Like 10 likes on anything. So the idea with Hinge is that it's not just a simple like swipe left and swipe right on Tinder. It's you get to like look at certain aspects of this person and you get to like them individually and like leave a comment on like maybe something you do like. Like some of them have like question prompts like 2 truths, 1 lie type of scenario, which you can like answer back to that. And I think that's really cool as far as starting a conversation with a person. But what really sucks is that you only have like 10 for each like person, or 10 like total. So if I like that 2 truths and 1 lie, I hop it to the next person. I like that like the next person's like photo, and that's it. And I have to wait 24 hours or something like that.
Ooh.
So what I do is just like get them all just straight away, like spend the next like 10-20 minutes just leave it.
Justin, strike a pose. Beautiful.
I realize.
Also a good one. I'm gonna send these to you. That way you can throw them on your dating app. Trying to get good photos of you, Justin. I'm gonna help you.
I need more photos of just me.
God, that is how offline our stream is. It's
It's been offline for a while.
It's giving us fucking, what's it called? Hey, do you want to watch these instead?
God damn. Just not having the best time so far. So, I mean, that's not the biggest problem that I have with YouTube. It's just trying to be consistent with DangIT Plays and just reacting it, because I've just been letting those sit for a while. As well as like thinking about like, well, like how do I, especially like if I do a solo, what can make like a reaction just, especially like as far as like engagement and conversation, to differentiate you from other people, because I think it isn't enough to just like watch something like, oh nice, subscribe.
That was my suggestion. I was like, you just sit there, stoic face, just take a still image of yourself and put that in the background.
Walk away for a second, cook some mac and cheese, come back, eat it, realize it's only like a 10-minute video. It's like, oh, it's been taking me a long time to already cook these. But yeah, but then I was thinking about like doing some Toy Story like conversation and stuff like that. Oh, here we go again.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Oh, at some point it had stopped.
It stopped a while ago. It was when I was taking pictures of you.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, so okay, I'll have to figure that out again. It's only been happening since we left from Vegas, so it must be like, man, I just need to unplug and plug it back in again.
Oh, I wasn't doing that one.
That wasn't the the cam link, but good effort. I appreciate it.
Is this the cam link?
Yeah. Is it this big bulky thing? Here. There we go. Technical difficulties. So no one needs to worry about it. Whew, that's loud. Not as loud as that Nokia phone. But
Still
it's
miss
pretty
it. Still miss it.
I wish you had that phone so I could play like Chop Suey and Suey on blast when you're sleeping. Okay, there we go. So, man, you know what? Seeing that cat in the background just glowing up here and there makes me kind of want to like get like LED strips for everything now. I don't want to be that guy.
Not only do you need LED strips for everything, you need it to match the color of the cat at all times.
Ooh. Yeah, maybe I could work on that. Wait, what time are we at? Okay, there we go.
You also have to do the same thing with your keyboard and mouse. No more rainbow mode.
No more. No! That's essentially what that's trying to do, except they can only do it for one color at a time.
Yeah, you're going to have to one color at a time rainbow mode it.
Oh, no. I mean, I think the coding's possible, but...
Gabe, I think they already have the coding. What?
It's not done. It's not over when it's over.
This is it.
So, oh yeah, that does remind me. Well, we should have one last like DangIT Plays with you before you head out and leave next year.
And what would that be?
I don't know. I think you should make the decision. We did talk about Red Dead.
We need what's it called? We need to call up Angela so that we can play Kirby's Epic Yarn again.
Where is she right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can do that.
Because it was a good time, Kirby's Epic Yarn. Over here just tossing Angela at bad guys, telling her to be brave.
Be brave.
Were you there for that?
I saw a little bit of it, yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was great.
Another one was, what was it? Gang Beats. That was so much fun.
Oh my god.
We need to take a second.
Oh. We need.
Oh.
Not only do we need to take a second, we need to get up with Anaya, and we all ran out of fucking theater again, and just play Gang Beast.
Agreed.
Well, you can
Leave that on, yeah.
That's why it's under everything.
Yeah. Have you heard from Naya lately?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We're hanging out today.
Okay, cool.
He, I, and Julio.
Mm-hmm. Steven was talking to me about that. Like, he was actually working in the same place, so he was just hearing a little bit more about that. Steven was saying, like, he didn't mention you, Justin. I was like, you know what? It's okay. If he ever needs to talk to me, I'm here, I guess, relatively. Oh, boy. Yeah, see what's going on with, like, how his progress is going, because I know that he really, like, drops in and out of social media just to work on his own thing.
Yeah. And
having to deal with, like, what I'm going through right now, like, I'm starting to think, like, maybe I should start considering that. Because I'm just trying to do everything.
Right? It's cool doing everything.
Yeah.
I find time to do this.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean...
kind of push everyone else away. I hop on our Discord, like, once a month, yell at Mark, and then...
Yeah. It's starting to become like that, too, with me. It's just, I think something like that requires you just almost follow, like, one of those, like, player's choice, like, game guides. Or, like, some super complicated schedule for completing Persona, but having done all your activities and filling up your gauge all the way to max for every single thing. Because I was talking to Dave about that, and he said it's possible, but you're so busy.
So I fill all the gauges?
Mm-hmm. So just be smart, to be charismatic, to be athletic, and just like 4 other things that don't relate to school or maybe your personal life. And there you go. It's just so much, Gabe. I've been trying to do a lot of things. I've even tried to make like a spreadsheet on this, like, let's find out all the things I want to do. What's keeping me from doing those things? How can I achieve those things? And probably another like tier that I haven't really thought of yet.
Did you make a PowerPoint presentation for yourself explaining to yourself all the things you want and explaining to yourself why you can't have them?
You know, maybe that is that separate tab. But no. I can't say about something about like not having a dog. That's like later down the line. But right now it's just like, no, you cannot have one. I'm like, oh. About to cry like I was in Toilet Story 4. Yeah.
I like how there wasn't any like real villain.
There really wasn't, no. It was just inner turmoil.
Yeah, it truly was just a lot of self-interest.
Yeah, okay. Because it's just kind of like common formula for Disney to always like create some sort of villain. But now they've been trying to change it up to, well, maybe they're not so in the wrong. Maybe they have a point to something. It's
maybe he's a vampire.
Maybe he's vampire. Stupid.
Returning to Star Command. Let's go!
Tell me what to do, Inner Voice. Retreat. Return to Star Command. Okay. Fascinating. Buzz had a relatively passive role. Oh, not relatively, but like a lot less of the prominent role.
Yeah, he definitely took a second seat to this.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess like with Buzz, like he's already gone through his change, like through the first movie, really.
Yeah, he has Spanish mode.
Oh yeah, he does have Spanish mode. Why couldn't he bust that out when it was convenient enough? Why not? Why not change the GPS voice to just Spanish mode? No way they could have possibly picked up on that.
Dobla a derecho. What? Dobla a derecho. That makes no sense. Dobla a derecho. Ahorita.
Stop yelling at me.
We still have people watching our Twitch.
I don't. That's so strange because like it's saying that we're live streaming like right now.
It does say that.
but it's also saying like, thanks for tuning in. Oh, there we go. Hey. So
Weird.
that was super weird. I don't know. Internet's being kind of weird. Well, really, Streamlabs is being super weird. Everything's being super weird.
You know who isn't being super weird?
You?
Google Docs. It does exactly what we need it to.
That's true.
Almost all the time.
Almost all the time. It just depends on the people who input stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really have much going on this week. It's just been me trying to sort things out. It's sad, but I do try to make visits to the animal shelters just to visit the dogs and just see how they're doing, and just kind of fulfill that part of me that's just like, well, can't have a dog at home, so I can play with all these other ones over here. And granted, not a lot of them are thrilled to see me. I still try though. I'm just like, what's up, Bucko? How's it going? I'm like, yeah, okay. But other than that, just gotta figure things out. Maybe I just need to find. That was a great shot of me.
Yeah.
But
it's always awesome seeing our
last second things.
Yeah. Seeing what we just did in a third person perspective from their view.
That is super weird. Now I'm just like totally focused on the viewfinder here. It's great. But yeah.
Just imagine you're sitting here talking to some 3.5-foot midget. No, that's actually closer to like 4 feet, I would say.
Yeah, right.
Actually, I'm standing right here. 4.5 feet.
Okay.
Because my chin is 5 feet.
Chin's 5 feet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because Sephi is 5 feet, and I can rest my chin on her skull.
I was starting to think about it, like, if Sephi were to stand up now, would she be taller than us? Or would it be the same?
She'd be taller than us.
Okay, good. Okay. There's still hope, Sephi.
She's not that short.
Okay. You know who was shorter than that? Sephi when she was younger.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird to think that I used to be the short kid in class.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to be... Well, I actually just kind of been the same height for the most part. So at a certain point, I was one of the tallest kids, and then I just evened out to be the most average kid.
The most average.
Mm-hmm. So actually, we haven't asked you about it, but how have you been, Gabe, this week?
Oh, stress at times.
Oh yeah. Is it about just you accumulating money and how there's not much leeway for that?
There's that, but there's also a few other things. There's just been a lot going on.
Okay.
That's been kind of like eating at me.
Okay.
And what's it called? I can explain a bit more to you like off camera.
Sure. Okay.
But yeah, so I've been dealing with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a bit of a better spot now. It's just, it's been crazy.
I bet. Okay. I think we're pretty much good. So in that case, let's end it. So, not really much happening. It's just been, honestly, now that you're here, it feels like it's like both of us just trying to sort each other's lives. So, yeah, just a regular update. And I won't really make any promises on like future content as far as like when things are being available. We're just gonna try our best out there. So, when
brand new DangIT Let's Play, React series, and Minute Rice.
Release date TBA.
Release date when it's ready.
When it's ready. Could hit us up with that Tomb Raider release.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Wait, was that Tomb Raider or was it Mirror's Edge?
Oh, that's a really good question. We can look at that up in the background. All right. So yeah, we'll end it here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been weird. The stream's been like spot on, spot off, but I'll be sure to like re-upload this so the full recording's there. But yeah. All right. So we'll end here. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been episode 263 of DangIT Prodcast. My name is Justin.
I'm Gabe.
And thanks for watching. Hashtag bye, everyone.